Hello, Cancer. Thank you very much for tuning into your general read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan. For supportive oracle cards, Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. I hope this doesn't show up as bright as I think. Like, it's kind of cloudy, so I'm surprised on the camera it looks as bright as it does, but we'll keep going. I've already shuffled. Let's see what we got for Cancer. You're another one. I think I just did Pisces, so I think this was similar, maybe different, but there's either way there's a big change coming in. You got a big positive change. Like, seems to be the root of this, actually. I feel like the change is saying a previous change is now starting to really sink in and really starting to take hold. Because something came in quick. This is actually different than Pisces. Something came in quick. On your side, you had the High Priestess, which meant when it came in fast, you looked at what it was. You liked some of it, you didn't like some of it. But overall, you balanced it out and were like, you know what? For this reason, I like this. For this reason, I will do this. For this reason, I'm going to put the energy into this, and I think it's going to work out. The environment had the Ace of Cups in it. Like, somebody had a lot of energy, a lot of positive excitement about this. I'm not really feeling it was you. Not saying you weren't partially excited about this, but somebody else had a lot more excitement than you did getting into it. Again, it comes in really fast, creating this big change. So when this came in really quick, other people were really excited. You were like, well, yeah, yes. And it's kind of like you thought about it, you're like, yes, yes. And you went with it. You went with it. I almost feel like for some of you, the reason you literally went with it was for somebody else. Because somebody else was so excited about it, and you're like, I can do this. They're excited. I like them, so I'll do it. For some of you, that's how this started. Now, as this keeps going forward, and this seems to be, for most of you, this is the current time frame. I notice you have the Ace of Swords. Nope, that is the Queen of Swords. But the Queen of Swords, in the way I'm thinking about this, is like, it's not the Ace of Swords, but I'm getting that attitude with it, though. Kind of like, do I need to say something? It's almost like, you know, redirecting energy is kind of the thought. And you're questioning this. The Queen of Swords is a very skilled communicator. And if she's not happy with something, she's not afraid to tell people where she stands with it. She can be very descriptive. She can be very cold, but she can also be very loving if she wants to. I know she has this reputation for being very cold. And you know what? If she needs to get a message across and she feels like that's necessary, she will be. That is that energy. And don't get caught up in the gender with this. But it's up to her discretion. She can be, doesn't have to be. And I'm seeing as this situation has been going, you have a lot of thoughts about what's going on. And there's been, like, it's almost like the Hierophant showing up in the actual situation is kind of like the way you originally looked at it. Some things you liked, some things you didn't. That's more about how this is playing out. It's almost like somebody came into this with a lot of excitement, thinking it was going to be sunshine and rainbows the whole day. And you're like, well, you know, rainbows, you need some rain to make some rainbows. Hence the rain in rainbow. So you're kind of like, as it keeps going forward, or has been going forward, you were proven right. And I feel like you haven't really said much. You could, but you're kind of like, no, this seems like this is how this was going to work out. That's kind of how I saw it. I didn't think it was all going to be sunshine and rainbows. Like, I knew there was going to be some storms connected with this. And I feel like you're kind of holding back, but you're watching the situation. And you're like, all right, is this going to continue? Or are we going to have some other problems here? Because I kind of think I knew it was going to go a little wonky after a while. But other people seem to be a little bit in the dismaying moment. They don't really seem to get it. So where is this actually going to go? We have these unexpected things here. I'm getting like people are trying to edit the situation. They got the Page of Cups and they've got the Faith here. It's kind of like, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. I feel like you get that. You see that easily. This is not all sunshine and rainbows. It's not just a peachy day. You know, it's not just party, party, party. There's things to be done. There's, you know, you got to balance it out. But other people, they're trying to like, almost like, it's almost like that person that shows up to a party and it's not the best party, but they're smiling and joking and, you know, bouncing around like it's the best thing in the, you know, like it's the best time in the world. And they're trying to make it the best party. They're trying to make it a really good party, but in all honesty, it's just not. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, you know, the chips are stale. The music isn't that great. This person doesn't get along with that person, but people are being okay with each other. It's one of those types of parties, but this person's like, no, it's party. It's awesome. Woo! Let's get a game of tennis. Let's get a game of volleyball going. Probably volleyball. You know, let's do this. Let's do that. And I feel like that's them right now. They're like, no, it's great. This isn't bad at all. And they're having faith that they just keep going forward. It'll actually revitalize the situation. I'm seeing your energy kind of look at this like, I don't know. You're going along with it. But you're like, I don't know about this, but I'll go along with it. Somebody's trying to kick up the energy again, and they're trying to bring it back like, you know, the original excitement is still there, and it's still that great, and it's a wonderful time, and there's a bit of BS with it. There's a lot of bull, not for nothing. It's just not that good, but they're playing it off like it is, and you're like, I don't think so, but okay, well, I'll go along with it. And I feel like you're going along with it because it's like, it doesn't hurt anything, but it's not half as fun as you're making it out to be, but okay. The way this is ending is the Eight of Pentacles. Something is going to have to change. You might want to work with this energy. You might have to do it more on your own to kind of get more of an honest look at the situation. Like, there are good things here. So, like, looking at that and saying, these are the good things, and this is great. But you know what? If you want this to really keep sailing and keep going well and have some longevity, we need to address what's not so good and why it's not so good. For example, are there attitudes between people? Are people falling short on things they're supposed to doing and doing a half-assed job, not for nothing? What is going wrong? The way it's going isn't good. Like, this person, their positive attitude is not going to last forever. I feel like you're going along with it for a while, but to really give longevity to this situation, to keep it going, I feel like you need to first, either yourself or hopefully with this person, especially the you know, cheerleader person there, which is fine, but there's a lot of bull with it. That's the problem. Okay, what's good? What do we want to keep? Yes, these things are good, and you're like being that honest sounding board. These things are good. Now we have to look at the things that aren't so good, because the things that aren't so good, if we just keep ignoring them or not really addressing them, they will get worse. They could tank the situation, and we need to deal with it. And I feel like that's where this is going to. This is what they're saying. This is what you need to come to. If this situation is going to survive, at some point there just needs to be an honest audit. What's good, great. What's not so good, and why? And can it be updated? Can it be corrected? When you get to that point, you're going to know flat out if this can keep going or not. But that needs to happen. You're heading for it. And I feel like if you get close enough to this person, and when they're being the cheerleader, they're like, yes, everything is great, go along with it. Have fun with it as much as you can. I feel like you're kind of like, I'll go along with it for a while. But as it really doesn't seem to turn the tide, I feel like you need to have more honest conversations with that person. And just let them know, I want this to succeed. And I feel like if we really honestly want this to succeed, we got to look at it honestly. So let's do that. And that's where this is heading. All right, I think we're good. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.